I guess that eyes like that turned a good girl bad for good. She's got a cheating heart and she'll use it if she could. And now I can't see for the bullshit he's meant to be my luck, but he won't. While she's raining stone, I dare you to say I believe in love, and I dare you to stay on the one to say that I dare you to say that we've had enough, we've had it, we've had enough, we've had enough, we've had enough.
So I brought the CrossFit wanker down to a powerlifting gym to teach him to powerlift. Competition in 6 weeks, so you need to learn how to be able to bench, squat and deadlift.
It's going to be a bit different from what I'm used to doing. So we're down at Chris Pugh's gym, holds loads of titles, strong as fuck. So he's going to give us some pointers. Training wise, I've generally done CrossFit to start with, and then I've been doing bodybuilding training for the last 3 years. So the bench press, the squat and the deadlift, all of these things are going to be slightly different techniques to what I'm used to. We're going to do some kipping squats, yeah? Kipping bench press.
I'm here just to take the piss out of James, basically, because I think it's going to be hilarious. So we're both competing, but I've done a GPC competition before.
So what we're going to do is we're going to have a go at doing a mock meet. So we're going to build up to a heavy squat, a heavy bench, and a heavy deadlift. Throughout this, what we're going to be doing is giving you tips on how to lift with correct form, look after your bodies, look after those backs, and lift some weight in a decent way.
Powerlifting, 3 movements, squat, bench, deadlift. So we've got 3 judges, white and red lights. So if we get 2 whites or 3 lights, obviously you've gone through. Otherwise, if you get more reds, there's no lift. Squat first, so the important thing obviously for that is to hit parallel or below. So this CrossFit wanker is all right actually, because his depth is pretty good. Obviously when we come to the bench and the deadlift, there are going to be some commands as well that needs to be taken into account. Bench is always a tricky one because you have to pause it and press on their command. And deadlift, obviously, there's some weird ass techniques going on, so we need to make sure that that is good and solid and the strongest it can be. 3 movements, that's it, and you get qualifying total. They're the 3 lifts all added together. You don't need to hit a specific number for each lift. Every lifter is put into a class depending on body weight. 24-hour weigh-in, so we have 24 hours once we've weighed in to rehydrate if we need to and get some good food in ready for the competition the next day. I'm going to start hitting singles now because I want to preserve my energy and to try and get up to a maximal number.
Gonna go for 200, maybe 210 if my knees allow it. What am I hitting? So for me, this is real different. I think Serene or Chris will talk us through it in a minute, but the positioning of the bar on your back, you'll have it generally a little bit lower down your back. I'm used to like hitting 8, 10, 12 reps of things, hitting more volume, whereas this is obviously like very low rep where you're hitting heavy, you know, 5s, 3s, 1s.
Okay, can we just go, if what you did before me was loose, can we just go loose, loose, loose,
That was
loose?
probably like tight, but not as tight as I could.
Best squat in the gym is 320, but that's with the iron plates there, not the actual comp plates.
What's the secret to doing these as well? The wraps, is there a nick to it?
You can just overload all the muscles surrounding the knee so that you can essentially lift more weight at competition. So I've been putting them on over the years, just finding like the most comfortable way to do it, and just through trial and error, this is the kind of formation that I seem to get the most out of.
There is nothing comfortable about this.
That way.
Okay, it's gone numb now. It's alright, it's better now. Pain's gone.
You got it. Forwards. Yeah.
Squat tips. Find a hand position that keeps your back locked in really tight. You should already know if you need a low bar or high bar, depending on how you fall into the squat. If you find you're falling forwards, it might be better to put a slightly lower bar on the back to help pull you back. Hitting depth, so that means that getting your, they say hip crease in line with or below your knee. Push your legs out, push your knees out at the bottom. Use your glutes, hamstrings to push out the hole. Chest up, don't let it fold, don't let yourself fold forwards.
Yep. You got it there. Valuable content right there.
We're going to do some bench now. So we're going to just start off warming up, do a few sets warm up, and then hit maximum. When I do bench, obviously I've got a lot of mobility through my spine, so I get a nice big arch so that I've got a limited range of movement to actually push the bar through, so which makes it easier, it means I can lift heavier. You are about as solid as a fucking brick shit house. So is it cool to not have an arch? Does some people just not built for an arch, or?
You don't have to, it's all dependent on how much spine mobility you have. A lot of people confuse flexibility with is the actual arch being negative for the body and for the spine, which is not. There's only compressive forces. Same as a squat, there's only forces pushing down on the spine. There's no like side to side, front to back movement. As long as you don't tweak or jerk, you know, whilst you're under that load. Well, the main reason you would do that is so that the shoulder joint is at its most optimal. Let go of the bar, drive your heels to the ground as hard as you can, try and shove yourself that way. That's going to direct all that force from the quads and here up through the bar. What we're trying to do is just reduce as much force as possible, travel up through the bar to move where it needs to be. Grip-wise, where are you at? Yeah, so I mean, I wouldn't want to make too many changes too fast, but start with a little finger on the rings. And now just sort of hover down to where you would be at the chest with the bar. So you can see now that the elbow isn't really coming down past the torso by that much, whereas when they're in here, you're going down way past. Row yourself into the bar, come put a bit of weight into it. As soon as you get chest tight, push yourself away. And just really dig the upper back into the bench. So now as soon as you take the bar out, you're going to drive your heels to the ground as hard as you can, like you were just then, trying to slide backwards. Okay? Yep. And now you just want to bend the bar, slowly come down, drive up. So you almost want to load it onto those lats and fire it up with the heels driving down as hard as possible. You can already see, I can see from here now that your upper arm is coming off at probably just less than a 45-degree angle, which is exactly what you want. And if you ever failed bench press, it's probably going to have been right at the top, I'd imagine, sort of triceps.
Yeah.
So what I was saying about rowing and then pushing. So now I've got my shoulder blades in as tight as I can, my feet are already where I want them. If I drive the heels now, so that's where you want the force traveling up through the bar.
Go.
Heels. Start. Press. Rack. Legs out, in. Yeah, good. Let's go. Breathe. Stop. Press. You got that.
Drive.
Slowest rep in history.
That pause, right?
You know.
So even
We are going to go for my 70 kilo bench, which should feel comfortable, but every day is a new day, so hopefully we'll get it. I'm going to have him command as well, so I have to pause it before I press it. But hopefully we'll get it.
What we're going to talk you through now is how to deadlift properly. So loads of people join the gym or start a new training and fitness regime. Deadlift is probably the one movement we see getting butchered the most.
generally, if I was to say to you, take a run and jump, try and hop up, a wall, you would sort of take a hip width stance. The bar wants to be at the midline of your foot, so you're going to shuffle forward an inch, so you've got about an inch gap from the shins to the bar, so keep going, yeah, about that. You're going to shift the hips backwards, drop down to the bar, take the bar, either double over, under over, however you feel comfortable. From the side here, like if you have a look through, and you can see that his shoulder is directly in line with the bar. If you just shift your weight forwards for me, as the shoulder's over the bar, as soon as he initiates the pull, he's going to get a lot of curvature here at the back. That's A, the one that puts the most tension on the lower back, and B, stops people from completing a lift, locking the deadlift out. So from here, you're just going to shuffle the hips back slightly so that the shoulders are in line. So from there, you're going to pull the shoulder blades back. The head always wants to remain neutral. Cool, that looks good.
Apologies guys, we've had to cut that video a little bit short there at the end as the audio went absolutely terrible. You've missed me pulling my 300 kilo deadlift, unfortunately, just take my word for that. Or it might have just been that Mo's blood sugar levels went drastically low as he's deep into his diet prep. Who knows? But of course guys, stay tuned because we're going to be coming back to you with loads more content on all things fitness, nutrition and lifestyle. So we'll be catching up with you very soon. Take care.